How do you go from earning $1.2 billion in your career, owning private jets, even wristwatch collections that are worth more than estates in Nigeria, to a house in Miami, Beverly Hills? He literally built his whole identity on one word: money. Right now in 2026, the IRS is chasing him over unpaid taxes in millions of dollars. He's being sued, he's selling off private jets, even selling off mansion, and people are asking, how does a man who made over $1 billion end up in this place? His name is Floyd Mayweather Jr. And this story begs the question, how much exactly is enough money? That's exactly why this tweet caught my eye. Someone on Twitter in Nigeria said, $1 million will not change your life. Everybody started commenting, different people were dragging him, but actually, this story tells you that this statement is actually true. The money you earn doesn't change your life. And Floyd Mayweather Jr. is proof. So let's start from the beginning, because this man did not just fall into money. He earned every amount the hard way. Floyd Mayweather Jr. grew up in Michigan. His mother was struggling and his father was going in and out of his life. Just about that time, he moved in with his grandmother, and boxing for this man was not just a hobby at the time. As a boy, boxing was for survival. He even dropped out of school and went all in on sports. He went ahead to win the National Golden Gloves title. In 1996, he won the Atlanta Olympics, and that exactly is when the world began to pay attention. Here exactly is what people skip. His early career was not exactly glamorous. He was grinding through small fights, building a record, building his name. This was long before all of the private jets came into the picture. He fought his way through names like Hernandez and Diego Corrales, and he became world champion in different weight classes. This was through sheer discipline and defensive skill that nobody could crack. By the mid-2000s, he made the boldest move of his business and career. He paid himself out of a promotional contract for $750,000, and then he started his own company, Mayweather Promotions. That was the moment he stopped being just a fighter and became a businessman proper. Then came the fight that changed everything. In 2007, Mayweather vs. Oscar De La Hoya. This was the fight that introduced Mayweather to real money. Tens of millions of dollars from one night. By 2015, the fight with Manny Pacquiao, he walked away with between $220 to $250 million. In 2017, Mayweather fought McGregor and he walked away with between $275 to $300 million. And when you put in all the endorsements, pay-per-view and everything, he's one of the very first athletes in history to cross the $1 billion mark. Guy, this is generational wealth. That's the money you earn and you never have to work again. You even leave riches up to your great-grandchildren. And if you're Nigerian, just like those tweets earlier, you can buy an entire estate in Ikoyi. But this is where the story turns, because Mayweather did not lose all the money to bad investments or businesses gone wrong or a market crash. He spent it all. He built a jet collection. He even nicknamed his own Gulfstream Air Mayweather. Multiple mansions, different jewelry sets, all running to millions and hundreds of millions. But aside all the watches and the car collections and everything, this part really gets me. He was also into gambling, of all things. And the worst part is, it's not just few tens of thousands of dollars. We're talking numbers that even Mayweather himself cannot keep track of in one night. Now you compare that to what could have happened. Let's say, for example, he buys a complex of houses with different condos in it and puts it up for rent, or even going into the stocks and shares and buying out even entire companies. He has enough money to do that, even after all of the taxes have been deducted. This guy had access to the best of accountants while he was in money. He could have also hired an investment banker or somebody to handle investment in his stead, so he doesn't need to crack his head. He just does the paperwork and the money keeps on rolling in. He could have been sitting on multiple billions today. We have multiple people who have done this thing like Shaq O'Neal. But here's a lesson in this video. Earning money and keeping money are two completely different things entirely. In March this year 2026, the IRS filed a lien against Floyd for $7.3 million. Now this is not the first time it's happening. The pattern has been going back over 20 years. He had liens before, $7.2 million in 2010, $22.2 million in 2015. Court ordered him to pay $5.5 million in 2017 as penalties for the one he didn't pay previously. The IRS even warned that they might revoke his passport. Now, on top of all of this, lawsuits are piling up from jewelers to landlords, jet company for unpaid charters. One of the most respected network tracker once put his net worth at over $500 million, but today, the same source says it's about $50 million. Now let's bring all of this back home, because this is not a gossip video. It's actually for you to learn a lesson from this whole story. You see, many people have windfall of money. Some from selling some property, some from business that is going fantastically well, some from a big contract or even forex or stocks trading. And the next thing that comes to their head is, I've made it. I'm never going to go broke again. That's the guy in this screenshot that was saying about 1.4 billion naira. He'll just buy a house, buy a G-Wagon, buy a Wrangler, buy a Hilux or whatever, put some in jewelries. You see, buying all of that is not the problem. The mindset is the problem. That the money is big today is not guaranteed that the money will still be there tomorrow. That's exactly what Floyd also believed, that because the money is coming in, you can never become an old taker. Joke's on you. Floyd Mayweather had access to the best accountant. He could hire the best investment firm or investment lawyer to put in some money into some business or even buy an entire business. How much more compared to you who cannot even hire a normal accountant? The money you're earning right now, be it 500,000 naira or 50 million naira, that's not the finish line, it's the starting point. And this exactly is why I'm building a movement for financial literacy in Nigeria. Joining the community is free. The link is in the description of this video or in my bio, you find it there. But if you're a complete beginner, you're starting from zero and don't have any knowledge, I advise you to first get good knowledge. That's why I also have a blueprint where you can understand real estate investing, stock and shares, high yield interest savings account and its use, building emergency funds. So if you're a young professional, a business owner, a salary earner, you have a side hustle, you're a freelancer, and you want to go from having financial anxiety to having a financial roadmap, you want a working monthly money system, you want to have confidence in your finance, or you just want to build a retirement plan because you're not going to work forever, then the wealth operating system is the course you want to take. This takes you from a beginner level in finance to understanding your finance and how money works. The link is in the description and also in my bio. Because guy, $1 million will not change your life. But what you do with the $1 million is what will actually change your life.